first thing I felt when I arrived in West Virginia was that I arrived in America. You can feel the heartbeat right here in these small towns, Coal River. It's a feeling I haven't felt like anywhere before. Highway 3 feels like the arteries and veins of our country. You can see the trains coming out with loads of coal. That's energy. That's life. And this narrow highway is the gateway into the hearts of the coal mines and the people who built our country. We're in a coal mine right now, and this is amazing.
Welcome to Explore. Never stop learning.
They actually ride 10 men on this every shift.
I took the scenic route.
I told him I'd know.
Wow. I mean, we are really in the belly of the planet. Pitch black you guys work in. Pretty dark.
Click it twice and you're good to go.
How high is this wall anyways?
You're right at 6 foot right here. 72 inches.
That's amazing.
I've worked in 36.
Yeah, I've worked in 36.
Which is about like that.
So all day you're just that much room from the ceiling and you. All day, 36 inches. Yeah. Wow. So that's the real stuff there. This rock is what gives America 50% of its electricity. I mean, just to think about it, we're down here, but this thing from the earth, you ever just stop and think about that?
Yeah, all the time.
That's wild.
Because most people don't. I travel the world, man, and you will be surprised how many people make no connection between coal and electricity.
Stressful job. And it's a lot of detail. It's very stressful. If you feel this, it means you've arrived. Emergency shelter. Because you'd be navigating in the dark probably, right?
Yeah.
I just find it real hard pressed for me to go in there. Unless I'm 100% certain I can't get out, and I don't think you can ever be 100% certain you can't get out, I'm not crawling in one. And none of these guys say they would either.
Tonight we're following breaking news in the West Virginia coal field. 6 miners are dead, 21 unaccounted for.
Rescuers are working feverishly to reach miners believed to be deep underground at the Upper Big Branch Mine. A massive explosion there around 3 p.m. this afternoon killed 7. 19 are unaccounted for at the Massey Energy Company facility.
We did not receive the miracle we prayed for. We have a total of 29 brave miners who are recovering at this time.
Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. God bless our minds. God bless their families. God bless West Virginia. God bless the United States of America.
This wealth is being generated here. Why is this town a ghost town? When I was a kid, I was 12 years old. You couldn't find a place to park in Whitesville. It was a festive atmosphere. There were 2 theaters. There was a bowling alley. There were 2 or 3 major grocery stores, 2 drug stores, hardware stores. Every building was taken. It was a very brisk economy. And people flocked to Whitesville on the weekends. It was a festive mode. And that was when there was a union. When Massey came in and took the union out, you just saw this town just go to shit.
I was born and raised in the mountain that had it holler. Coal cars rolled and rumbled past my door. Now they stand in a rusty row, all empty, 'cause the element don't stop here anymore.
I sympathize with the strip miner. I think most of these guys going up on these mountaintop removal sites, they don't like what they're doing. But again, they got to put food on the table. So they take that job because it's the only job there is. But they divide them. If they know that one of the strip miners came and talked to one of us tree huggers, you know, then that guy's not going to have a job.
All along, see to your right, I'll show you some coal seams here. Some big coal seams. They would contour the shape of the mountain, go around it and cut it away and get the coal out. It's nothing like mountaintop removal. Mountaintop removal is like strip mining on steroids, I'd say.
What is that of?
That's Coal River Mountain. That's where my great-great-great-grandfather settled up in that area. That's the one that Massey has part of their permits to blow it up.
I just want my mountains. We just want to keep it land. And it's hard living, but it's all we know. It's hard living. We let somebody know.
When I was little, the mines didn't bother the people that much. There was a lot of black dust. You know, that was black lung, but people didn't know that back then. You know, they just worked and done what they had to do. But then you bring Massey in here, and the deep mines was then. You know, they were back in and down. That was then. And now they're not only taking what's underneath the mountain, they're taking what's over the mountain. They're taking it all.
Do you think there should be like all wind power here, or what? I think they should have solar, hydroelectric, wind, coal. Let's mix it all up together and create a market where they have to compete for it. If you get competition, you get lower prices. You get better control. You get people, you know, that's going to actually take care of stuff. If you need competition, you know.
Tommy, it's my son.
There's a big gun on him.
Tommy, go easy in there. She told me to watch the house till you got back. Okay? Right here. That's my son. Every one of my sons carries guns. I gotta get me another gun. I want me a 9mm.
Why?
Shoot these son of a bitches if they come up here and bother me.
Yeah, that'd be great.
This is a real treat. You got Larry, 6th generation. This is his home here in Appalachia. Right above his property, we're going to see some mountaintop removal.
Oh, wow.
Now you got 3 towns down here now. This land used to sit 400 feet higher than where you're standing. All right?
400 feet, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's still killing Appalachia. The Appalachia itself is the most beautiful area this country has. It's the jewel that this country has, and yet it's destroying it. The very jewel that makes it what it is, and they're destroying it. Our government, your government, is elected to set these people aside. My people, me. I'm somebody, you see. I don't need anybody to tell me who I am. I'm somebody. But when we have our government setting us aside, I have actually been told at a nuclear physicist conference where I was asked to come to speak that I was collateral damage. Oh, mercy. You should have been there when I got my turn to talk, boy. Collateral damage, yeah. Me? Sure. Look what I'll have left of what used to be a thriving community. You know, apple butter time, and all this and everything, and, you know, the only thing I'm holding on is what's left, and that's it.
They call this black gold coal. Many say it's destroying the planet we live on. Others say they just want jobs. No one really knows what to do. At the memorial yesterday, I met Dallas and Chris. Dallas has been a coal miner for 29 years, Chris 13. Dallas is Chris's father-in-law. They invited me inside their home. I guess they trust me to learn about the world of coal mining.
We get on the man trip, we have prayer before we go underground. And you think, well, am I going to make it back out tonight? Then when you make it out, you think, thank Lord I'm out. You do the same thing next day.
You know, April 5th in this last explosion, what's the I mean, when you go down underneath the mines, is your psychology different? Are you guys like really scared now, or is it just business as usual?
If you sit and think about it, you drive yourself nuts. That's like Mickey. She said, you don't ever talk about anything. I said, if you sit and dwell on it, I mean, I got to go underground every day, so I just seem to shove it to the back.
If you got a buddy hurt, do you go off and leave it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's where the brotherhood comes in.
Brotherhood?
That's what they are. That's what they always have been. We grew up this way, and we can tell you, they don't leave one behind, and they won't do it. It likes to kill these guys to know that they were laying on the ground like the way they are. And you can see it written all over his face just talking about it. It's difficult.
You don't always know their names. You can't always put a name with a face. But you know somebody.
That knows somebody.
That knows somebody. You know them, and they're a miner, so they're family.
Aaron! What, a couple minutes?
That could be his other brother there.
Yeah, you are. Come on, man. Come on, Tommy. He ain't got enough Bud Light in him, man. I ain't got none right now.
This 29 miners got killed up here. Well, it could have been prevented. I know it. Don't nobody try to tell me they couldn't. Somebody should be prosecuted for 29 deaths. But don't push this under the carpet. These kids know I don't say much, Chris, not on. I get upset. But somebody turned their head. And somebody paid. It takes a special man to be a coal miner. Once you put that hat and that belt on, you better be a man, or you won't come out of that mine. Tough.
What was Pennies of Promise? What did you do?
That was the walk we did. That was the campaign that actually started for Marsh Fork Elementary. Me, Bo, and my wife, Debbie, and we was trying to figure out how to fight this stuff with mountaintop removal and this and that. But what got me actually involved was my granddaughter. I was not involved with Coal River Mountain Watch. I actually worked behind that school and all these strip jobs. I pumped millions of gallons of toxic waste into these mountains. You name it, I've done it. But when my granddaughter got sick down there 3 days in a row, I realized I hurt my own granddaughter too. You got over 240 violations on that dam itself by the federal government, MSHA. Significant, substantial, or certain occurrences happen, this dam will fail and 977 lives will be perished. Why ain't that shut down?
So Ed, I was noticing your shoes. Are those the shoes you walked to Washington, D.C. in?
Yeah, that's shoes I did walk in.
And how far was that walk?
It was 441 miles.
These are historic shoes, my man.
I left West Virginia and went all the way. It was 441 miles. Did it in 41 days. Made it inside the U.S. Capitol. These shoes have been inside the U.S. Capitol.
Oh, it's
Robert C. Byrd's office. I wore these in there.
I think it's going to have to start with stopping mountaintop removal. That is irresponsible, in my opinion. Me and Ed, we disagree a lot as far as coal mining. I was born and raised here. I'm a coal miner's daughter. My son-in-law's a coal miner. My two nephews are coal miners. They're underground coal miners. That's where the coal mining is supposed to be. That is one of my family treasures. That is part of my roots right there. That come out of my mom and dad's holler, my grandma's holler, her mother's holler, when they dug a little hole in the mountain and took this stuff out and used it responsibly. I have respect for what the miners are. I have respect for that, but I also have respect for my Mother Earth.
This was ground zero for the mine explosion. This is where all the press and the governor was, where they held all the announcements. And what makes this elementary school so famous is right behind it is a coal dispensary. And right above the hill is about millions and millions of gallons of what they call sludge, drurry, just toxic waste right over that hill. We're in such a beautiful place. Is there anything I can learn about this area? Anything special I should know? Can anyone share me some special things?
I heard that, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that Massey Coal works just right next to the school, and it's that's where the trains come from, where the coal comes from. There's a big coal mine place over there that produces all the coal and gives the places energy.
When you told me there was a 2 billion ton toxic slurry, I mean, that's just probably not the best idea to have a school underneath that.
It's not.
You know, like just from a practical standpoint, as a teacher, that must put a lot of unconscious stress in the teacher's lives, knowing that danger could strike at any moment.
Well, you know, like I shared the other day, you know, I don't really worry about it until we get a hard rain, and then I start worrying. Not only because of that, but also we have the river that's behind us, and we're in the floodplain because it has gotten high.
When I was a kid, when I had a fifth grade teacher that would tell me, like whenever the class was getting loud, he would just, you know, bang his fist on his desk and be like, "You kids got to shut up, or that big dam up there is going to bust and we're all going to die." So, like, knowing that when you're a kid, you know, that there's this massive lake of slurry above your head that could go any time or whatever, you know, it's scary to think about that.
If you wanted to know what's in the dam behind that school, this is it. Coal slurry, genuine.
That's slurry?
Yes.
It looks like tar.
A lot of water, obviously, in there, too. It's not totally mixed up.
So slurry basically is the leftover remains of the process of cleaning, like the rock and all that stuff, so the coal is fine and ready to be burned. So that's the leftover runoff that they then leave in these big things. So it's the cleaning process, the slurry.
Guys, get out of the water.
Who knows what they want to be when they grow up?
I want to be in the army. A doctor. A ballerina. Oceanographer. Marines. Marines. Veterinarian. Coal miner.
Everyone is associated with coal mining. It's just not something that you encounter one day and it scares you to death. Everyone knows about it from a very young age.
So you just getting off work? So funny seeing you as a preacher to here. Underground. So today you were underground just checking safety? How many pounds do you wear on you every day? Probably. Jeez. This is like 15, 20 pounds.
I didn't hear about the explosion until I had finished my shift that day, that Monday evening. I'd already showered and was headed home, and our superintendent told us of the explosion. And on my way down to home, I just thought I'd stop at the church and unlock the doors. And for anyone that may want to have prayer or whatever.
What will it be? Choose you this day whom you will serve.
I told them when I came here as pastor, I didn't come to change no one. I come to preach the word of God. If God can't change them, I can.
When you was in that old fiery burn, I want to run up to Daniel, brother mine, and say, what was it like when they were in that damn?
There was a time when I had first entered the coal mines, I wasn't serving God. Never had given it much thought. But now I would be terrified to go underground without God in my life. I feel that if I can help one individual along life's way, no matter how long it takes me, then I've done my part. I want to help more, but if I can help one, I'll do my part.
You said you come in here to help people. What in the hell did you help them with? Truthful, what did you get accomplished?
In an announcement this morning in Charleston, a 6-year effort to move the school is finally going to come true thanks to an outside benefactor. Charlie Annenberg of the Annenberg Foundation and Explore.org is donating $2.5 million towards a new Marsh Fork Elementary School. Some teachers we spoke with today say that they are looking forward to several needed improvements at their school, including a better design plan for the younger students, a technology upgrade, and a safer location.
You've been directed by a higher power for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's true. I'm truly blessed, you know. The Appalachians have opened their hearts and soul to me, you know.
That doesn't happen to many people. That's happened to you. Thank you.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home.
So you're a real West Virginia mountain woman.
Yep.
You're the real deal.
That's about 51 logs.
How long did it take?
2 days.
Hillbilly NASCAR.
It is, man.
Hillbilly NASCAR right here. Welcome to Explore. Never stop learning.
Welcome to what?
Welcome to Explore.
Oh,
Never
welcome
stop
to
learning.
Explore. Welcome to Explore. And
what? Never stop learning.
Never stop learning.
Okay, do it again. Welcome to Explore. Never stop learning.
Welcome to the floor and never stop learning. Not no floor.
I am officially a coal hugger.
There you are.
I want to hug my coal.
And I'm a bloodhound.